gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome. Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. 2015 WWE Payback review coming to you live on the WWE Network last night. Nothing overall special. Make sure you take a look at the Pro Wrestling Pulse for our review immediately after the pay-per-view. I figure I'd do one on Robert Sports Show tonight, and then maybe tomorrow night I'll do a Raw review. Start off with a kind of a random pre-show match of R-Truth versus Stardust. Not feeling it really. R-Truth getting a win, didn't actually get to see it. Was a little late getting over to the Fall Studios to take a look at it. Yeah. First match I seen, we had another pre-show match. We had the Ascension versus Damien Sandow and Curtis Axel. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me go back to 1987. We had the Mega Powers, Macho Mandow and Axel Mania versus the Road Warriors. Yeah, I mean, the Ascension coming through NXT, one of the top tag teams, NXT Tag Team Champions. You know, had the crowd behind them. They get to WWE, and it's like either WWE forgot how to package them, or the fans didn't give a crap, or what. They're not a horrible tag team. They're a pretty decent tag team based on what's going on in tag team wrestling today. But, I don't know. It's just very short, sweet to the point. This whole thing, like I said in the preview with Damien Sandow and Curtis Axel, I just think they're shitting on the Ascension by doing this. So the Ascension getting the win, short, sweet, to the point, bam, bam, boom. I mean, everybody did a move, and that was it. Nothing real noticeable. I mean, nothing real memorable about it. It was announced at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view there will be the Intercontinental title match and the tag titles both for the first time ever in the Elimination Chamber. Already announced the people in those matches. For the IC title, if I remember correctly, it was King Barrett, Stardust, Neville, Big Show. I really don't remember the other two now. I'll get that in a couple weeks when we do the review. The tag title chamber was really just a cluster fudge. There was New Day, because they're champions. There was Cesaro and Kid. There is the Shield. I guess Ambrose and Reigns. Primetime players. Sandow and Axel. Primetime. The Shield. Yeah, I'll get to that when I do the preview for it. But it was looking like a cluster so far. But first match on the show, we had Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler, coming off of Extreme Rules in the Kiss My Ash match, which was just retarded. I was hoping this match would be a little bit better than that, which it was. Overall, the match was pretty good. A couple notable spots. Dolph pulled the Rikishi stink face out and shoved his butt right into Sheamus' face. Thought that was kind of interesting. Just typical two guys who can wrestle, two guys that can go out and put a show on. Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, two of the better guys in the business right now. Just put the show on. You know, a little thing on that based on the Extreme Rules match, sticking his butt in his face and all that. And then toward the end of the match, Sheamus headbutts Dolph, and Dolph just gets busted open. We haven't seen that much blood on WWE programming in God, I don't remember how long. I mean, if you remember Ric Flair back in the day, that's what it looked like. I mean, just gushing, blood everywhere. You're like, you know what? It'd be real cool if you get Dolph to kind of have a little comeback, all that, bloody as he was, and get the victory. No, it's pretty much as soon as he started bleeding like that, it was bam, bam, finisher. Sheamus gets the victory. So I think I see these two continuing maybe something at Elimination Chamber, doing something, keep this going a little bit. This feud could be good if you get a title on it, get something to do a little bit more with it. The Kiss My Irish match and then the street match kind of really didn't make any sense. So Sheamus getting the victory there. Next, we had the tag titles, 2 out of 3 falls match. We had the champions New Day, Big E and Kofi versus Cesaro Kid, the Brass Ring Club. Fucking name them finally, please. Brass Ring Club. Coming off Extreme Rules. I think what we said on the polls was match of the night. Also here, this tag match was match of the night. We were taking over under on how long the first fall was going to be. I think Ryan said like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Either Ryan or Quaddy said this. Ended up being 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And Kid and Cesaro getting the first fall. Pulling out a little King's of Wrestling move, the big swing. Kid kicks him, gets the pin. Next fall is about 5 minutes. Big E ended up spearing Cesaro off the ringside, and he was down for a little bit. Kid was kind of on his own, and then the New Day ended up getting the pin on that one. Big E. Yeah, New Day ended up getting the pin. Big E ended up getting the pin on Tyson Kidd. Third and final fall went about 4 minutes. Had a couple. Cesaro was just uppercutting Kofi, just one end to the ring, one corner post to the other corner post, just kept uppercutting him, and finally did a freaking super uppercut on Kofi. Kid ends up throws Kofi up. Kid kind of threw him up, and when he went up, he kind of jumped over Kofi did, and freaking Cesaro hit him with a freaking uppercut. It was sick. But, as we all know, there are 3 members to the New Day. 3 African American members to the New Day. Xavier Woods rolls in the ring, rolls up Cesaro. 1, 2, 3, rolls out. The referee was confused and realized it was Xavier Woods and not Kofi. New Day retains the tag titles, which they'll be putting on the line in the Elimination Chamber. First ever tag match in the Elimination Chamber. We were joking around on the polls that maybe they'll put all 3 members of New Day in one pod, so they're like this. And they happen to go like this to party. The funny thing about the New Day was at the end, after the match was over backstage, they show them with champagne glasses drinking milk. I mean, this whole trying to get the New Day over, I mean, they're over as heels. Nobody likes the whole New Day gimmick because every time somebody starts saying, like, New Day rocks, New Day rocks, the crowd starts saying New Day sucks. So, of course, Ryan from the Pulse is big on New Day, so we'll see where this goes. They retain this once again, and they'll take on an Elimination Chamber. First time ever the tag titles in the chamber. Next we had Ryback and Bray Wyatt. Yeah, not much going on here. Bray Wyatt, jumped off the ringside, kind of dove off the ringside onto Ryback. Ryback was able to jackknife Bray Wyatt in the ring. A couple clotheslines. Nothing really out there, nothing more. Oh, great, Thankfully, finally, Bray Wyatt got a victory here. Obviously, his feuds here lately, last year, we're seeing that with Ambrose, then with Taker. He hasn't got very many victories. He's able to get a victory here over Ryback. Hopefully, that feud does not continue. Hopefully, it's done. I just don't really. I like Bray Wyatt's character. I wish they would develop it more. Maybe bring his brother Bo Dallas, either join the Wyatt family. Bring in Rowan and Harper, which they are in the tag title chambers. Rowan and Harper was in one of the other teams. Put back the Wyatt family back together. Maybe add a Bo Dallas to that as the brother, or even feud Bo Dallas to Bray Wyatt, and maybe like they did with Taker and Kane when Kane first came in, is bring up stuff of the story, bring out more of the story of Bray Wyatt, his parents and the Sister Abigail character reference he does, and kind of bring up things about him and kind of get his character more out there. But Bray Wyatt getting the victory, hopefully moving forward to bigger and better things. Next, we had the worst I Quit match ever, maybe? Question mark. Wow, it was bad. Really bad. Yeah, the fact that you have about a 5 to 7 minute spot around a table out in the crowd with a laptop, and the table wouldn't break, and the table was padded, and really it wasn't that violent of an I Quit match. I'd say the first 15 to 20 minutes of it, there really was no submission. It was more, I hit you, ask him, ask him. I hit you, ask him. You hit me, ask him, ask him. That was all really it was. It was like, okay. Obviously, nobody gets over on John Cena in an I Quit match. We all know this, as you've seen from the history of the I Quit match. Coming into this match, John Cena was 4-0 in the I Quit match. Seems like every May he has an I Quit match. As it's got down to the end, it started bringing shades of Royal Rumble '07 with Umaga and Cena. Rusev, even J-Man said this right before it happened. He was like, oh my God, it'd be funny if he took the ring post apart like Umaga did in '07, and guess what? He did. Rusev goes over there and starts taking the rope apart. And we're like, what the? He is, no, you know what he's going to do? He's going to hit Cena with it. Cena's going to reverse it into an STFU and choke him out. Pretty much. He went to hit Cena with the turnbuckle. Cena missed him. Cena reverses it, puts the rope around his face, had him in the STFU, and he's saying something in Russian, and Lana walks up, grabs the microphone, and goes, he quits, he quits, he quits. So we don't know what Rusev was saying. It was in, Russian, and then Lana basically says he quits. And winner by submission. How you win a I Quit match by submission? That's what they said. John Cena. Yeah, no one gets over John Cena. Obviously, from Fastlane where Rusev won, Mania Cena, Extreme Rules Cena, Payback Cena. Do we have a fifth match in a row of Cena and Rusev? What are we going to do this time? Put Lana in a cage and hang her above the ring, and then whoever wins, she goes with them? A question mark. I know they China did that with X-Pac and Tripp. I don't know. I mean, what was it? Right after WrestleMania 14, I think it was. So I don't know where they go from this. They're just making Rusev look just weak. So I guess, John Cena's still United States champion. But, like we've said on the polls, J-Man, Quaddy, Ryan, and myself, we're loving the Monday Night Raw U.S. title matches, U.S. Challenge, Open Challenge. It's been great. I mean, just the the guys we've seen Cena wrestle, the Sami Zayns, the Nevilles, the Stardust, just random matches for John Cena, but pretty good quality matches. Hopefully one of these days I'll keep it going and have one of these NXT guys come up and beat him for it. And then just maybe start that feud. Maybe do the same thing with the IC title. I know in the Chamber, it looks like Neville or King Barrett will be one of the two, be winning that, which I'll talk about that in their match in a few minutes. But have, whoever win the IC title do a kind of something similar, maybe on SmackDown or something, and get more prestige of the title and get us to see more, basically arena matches that people we normally wouldn't see. You really think you're going to see a Stardust and a Cena match? I mean, it was good. Stardust, Neville, Stardust, Sami Zayn was just freaking phenomenal. But keep that good work up. I don't know what to do with Rusev. He's an okay heel. I don't know if they move on without him, if they end up doing something to him getting the title. Let the play here. Unless he accepts the U.S. Open Challenge and wins somehow, which would be really random. But then we have 5 pay-per-views in a row with Cena and Rusev. No one gets over on Cena, so there's no reason to continue this, So we'll see what happens there, but John Cena still United States champion. Next, we had the Bella Twins versus Naomi and Tamika, whatever the hell her name is. She's, Jey Uso's cousin, and Naomi wants to keep it in the family. That's why they're together. Tamina picked up Bella and just dropped her. Just picked her up and just dropped her. Tag match, I forgot. We've read it in Pulse and I've read it today. Cesaro went to pick up Big E and do like an underhook suplex to him, and he picks him up and just dropped him. Just totally dropped him. I mean, the botch in this pay-per-view was horrible. It seemed like everybody had that one spot. Oops, shouldn't have happened that way. So we had Naomi getting the win here. Not believable as a heel at all. She's just too nice to be this heel. I don't know what they're wanting to do there. I know she took the place of what would have been AJ, but come on. Bring Sasha Banks up. Bring up Charlotte Flair. And get Natalya back in the hunt here with Paige. And have actually a legit women's division, except this garbage we're getting. So we had Naomi getting the victory there with Tamira. Next we had King Barrett versus Neville. They had a match, pre-show match last 2 weeks ago on Extreme Rules, and then they had the finals for King of the Ring. You had Neville winning the Extreme Rules, which he looked phenomenal doing it. We were kind of shocked that he got over on Barrett, and then at the King of the Ring, we had obviously King Barrett winning over Neville. So it's kind of the rubber match of the 3-match series between these two. Barrett at the beginning kind of looked like a beast to Neville's kind of throwing him around, but Neville a little quicker, the guy that Gravity forgot, just doing his little high flying stuff. It was so bad. Barrett does this flip, just dive out the outside ring onto Neville. Neville gets back in the ring, and Barrett is like, the referee's counting 6, 7. Barrett stands up, puts down the ropes at 8. He puts his foot on the ringside at 9 and just let go and get counted out. We're all going, why did that just happen? And then he runs in and attacks him. Neville gets back on the offense. Neville hits the red arrow. And we kind of leave like going, okay, Neville wins by count out. And now this, the IC title's on the line in the chamber, vacated by Daniel Bryan. Neville's in that. King Barrett's in that. So you see what they're going to do. I bet one of those two guys is going to win the title at Elimination Chamber. Go on to the summer with the two of them feuding for the title at Money in the Bank. If they're both not in the Money in the Bank, and just kind of keeping this feud going. I'm liking what they're doing with it. They're letting Neville get over a little bit. People are starting to like him. He's not skilled on the mic, so they're not letting him talk, which is good. So Neville getting the victory there. Hopefully going on to continue to feud with Barrett. Maybe Money in the Bank, maybe an IC title for one of the other of these guys. One held the IC, maybe the other one Money in the Bank. We'll see what happens. But Neville getting the victory there. Next, we had the Fatal 4-Way for the world title. We had Seth Rollins, champion, versus Randy Orton, versus Roman Reigns, versus Dean Ambrose. Kind of like last year Payback. Last year Payback main event was The Shield. Reigns, Rollins, Ambrose versus Evolution of Orton, Tripp, Batista. So having Randy and the 3 former Shield guys all kind of back in the main event here at Payback was just kind of fitting based on last year. And then JBL said the stupidest thing he could possibly say. Reigns built Rollins and Ambrose. Yeah, I was laughing so hard I almost didn't write it down. I'm like, that's horrible. Just like you kind of figured it would happen, the 3 of them, Orton, Reigns, Ambrose, trying to gang up on Rollins. J&J Security got involved. Kane got involved. Why they let Rollins do all this stuff to build himself up, to win the Money in the Bank, and just be this elite, just badass, and then they just get him cheap, just let Kane and J&J just screw him over, not screw him over, but more make him look like a bitch. I mean, it's just ridiculous what they're doing with him. This match continued the same way, they had all them getting involved, Kane doing the little shenanigans. As it was said, if Rollins wasn't champion when this match was over, Kane may be fired as director of operations. It's like, oh my God, it's so bad. And just Kane getting involved. It was kind of funny that the Shield members were kind of teaming up on Randy. They threw Randy on the announce table, and they worked together and did the old triple powerbomb on Randy through the announce table. And it looked like the Shield was back there. The crowd just erupts, and Rollins is in the middle. It's like, yeah, guys, yeah, I like the Shield. And Reigns and Ambrose just kind of, were sitting on the side, just kind of looked at him like, dude, And he's like, oh, shit. They ended up taking him down, putting him to a table. And then Reigns and Ambrose was in the ring. So everybody, the crowd kind of was like, ooh, they kind of start cheering a little bit. They ended up powerbombing Kane through a table twice. Actually put Rollins on the table and then powerbombed Kane on top of Rollins. First time the table didn't break. The second time the table broke. So they had their little, one-on-one thing going on, and then Rollins runs in and stops the pin because Reigns was trying to pin Ambrose, and then at the end, we had Seth Rollins, Pedigree, and Randy Orton for the victory. Random! Last Extreme Rules in the cage, he beat Randy by an RKO, now he pedigrees Randy. Curb stop got what do you want to call it, taken away from him or banned or whatever because it's too violent. I get, you don't want to hurt people, but come on, let him use some type of finisher here. Now he's stealing finishers from people. Is he going to go on an RKO Fest next? I mean, the pedigree would be kind of cool. Is he going to do a GTS? I mean, come on. But Seth Rollins getting the win, all kind of shenanigans going on, which he knew it would. And it looks like, based on what is announced for Chamber, it looks like a one-on-one between Randy and Seth Rollins, which is cool. Glad to see that. Hopefully no Kane, no J&J, just a one-on-one with these two. Both of them can go. Should look pretty cool if it ends up happening that way. So that will wrap up the review of the WWE Payback Pay-Per-View 2015. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, the YouTube leader in sports channels.